All right. Good day, traders. Thank you for joining this session. So we're going to start our class. This is a repeat of a class that was done some time back on Thursday, and due to request from some of you, we are repeating the same thing. It might look like a repeat to some, but every day we look at this even from a different angle. I believe that we learn something, and I believe that you are ready to learn even as we go through the class today. All right, so this is all about what we have discussed, and it looks like we'll keep discussing it over and over again, because successful trading, it's all about understanding the tactic, understanding the strategy, and then doing it over and over and over and over again. Just like a game of golf or even tennis, they say you have to practice at least 10,000 times before you master it. So forex trading is no different. You'll have to understand the alignment strategy using three different time setups, like we have discussed before. So using the longest of the three, the longest time frame to determine the direction that the market is going at that particular time, then looking at the medium time frame to determine the market structure, and finally entering your trade in the short time frame. So the reason why we said this is important is because markets are fractal in nature. Most of the time, what you see in the long time frame will be repeated in the shorter time frame. And during the type of trading strategy that we are using, that is scalping, then it just presents you with many opportunities that you can get into the market quickly, take your profit, and get out. For instance, I think today, the example that you're going to see, the market was going up at that particular time. And if you look at the lower time frames, then if you are scalping at that particular time, then you had plenty of opportunities to take buy trades. And unfortunately for me today, I did not get time to trade. But later when I was doing back testing and analyzing the charts, I saw plenty of opportunities today for buy opportunities. The second most important phrase we need to remember why we use these three trade setups or charts side by side is pattern begets pattern. What you see in the 1 hour is replicated in the 5 minutes as well as the 1 minute, and the 1 minute is where you take your trades. So in my particular case, I use three different trends to determine how I'm going to set up my trades for the day. So I look at the 1 hour to determine the direction that I'll be going, whether I'm buying or selling. Then I look at the 5 minute to tell me the structure of the market. So I'll be able to see whether the market is still going up or is it slowing down? Is it about to turn? That gives me an indication. It's like a dashboard when you're driving a car. Give me an indication to slow down and to sometimes take a pause and watch what the market is about to do. Because the type of trading that we do, price action, is we trade what we see. Sometimes you might read some analysis on the news, or the market will go up or the market will go down, but it's not usually the case. So you trade what you see based on what the chart is telling you. You speak the language of the market. Is the market going up at that particular time? Is it turning? And you'll be able to see that structure in the 5 minutes. And then you take your trade, because that's where now you see the many opportunities in the 1 minute. As I've said before, what is in the 5 minute, it's repeated several times in the 1 minute, and you just get opportunities to trade. Like coach has repeatedly said before, in that particular moment, let's say if the market is going up, you normally get 2 or 3 opportunities to set up 3 trade setups. So the first setup, then you take profit, then the second setup, and finally the third setup. So for instance, if I can draw, normally the market will be going something like this, and it comes down, and goes up, and it comes down. Then, if this was a buy, so you find if you're looking at opportunities, then normally this will be your first, where if you are taking your buy orders, you'll place, and then another one, and probably the final one. So every time it tries to retrace, you place buy orders. You get 2 or 3 opportunities at any particular time, as long as the market is still going up. And this is what you're saying, that you'll be looking at these 3 charts for the 1 hour to show you the direction. That is, if the market is going up, then you're doing buys. The 5 minutes, now this is where you'll see the chart patterns mostly and interpret. So sometimes you'll see the market just barely moving like this. It's consolidating, sometimes indicating an indecision. The market is pausing. So at this moment, if you do not want to take trades and you don't want to risk much, either you be very cautious, you take very few trades, or you wait for it to make up its mind. Because what happens here, sometimes the market can decide to continue going up, or it can start showing the telltale signs of turning. And at this moment, you'll also just follow the market and do what the market is doing. So you speak the language of the market. And then finally, you take your trades in the lowest time frame, which is the 1 minute. All right. So this is how you set up your screen. I hope you can see what I'm sharing here. So normally what I do, this is how my screen normally looks like. So in the bottom right corner, right here, this is where I put my 1 hour chart. So in the 1 hour chart, as you can see right about here, by the time I was taking this screenshot, it was just some minutes past 3 o'clock. The market was going up. The market was going up. As you can see with these green candles, this is in the 1 hour. If you look keenly, in the 5 minute, you can almost see that the same is replicated. This is the 5 minute, and you can see that it's going up. It's almost like a copy of the same. The only difference is this is 1 hour, but this is 5 minutes. So according to the 5 minutes, you can see this long candle here in the 1 hour is almost replicated here as well in the 5 minutes. And the same thing replicates again in the 1 minute. So then if you're looking at trading opportunities, the 1 hour has shown you that the market is going up. The 5 minute has confirmed, so there's alignment. Then you take your trades in the 1 minute. So that's how you use the 3 charts. So this first one, the 1 hour, shows you the direction. This one, the second one, gives you the market structure. And then the third one, the shortest, the 5 minute, this is where you take your trades. So because at this moment you'll have known that it's buys, as long as it has not shown any telltale signs that it's turning, like you can see clearly here, it's way past the support and it has not reached the next resistance level, then you're still going to do some, you have plenty of opportunities for buys. So as long as it's still going up, then you'll just be clicking here on this quick trade. You just click buy, buy, buy. But as you have said, you trade with a plan. You don't place all your orders at once. You place them in bits. So as long as you get a trade setup, then you place a few buy orders. The rule of thumb that we are using is if you can do if you've noticed that based on your margin you can do 100 trades, then maybe you take a third at this stage. Maybe take 30 trades, and then you wait. You wait for the next setup. So those ones might take profit. Then you take another set of 30, like that, until you get to a point where now the market is turning or the market is pausing. All right. So as you can see, I'm just blowing now the charts even bigger. This is now, if I zoom in, you can see clearly that in the 1 hour, it was going up at that particular time, just some minutes before 4 o'clock. The 5 minutes, again, going up, and the same thing in the 1 minute. These are charts that I took today, based on what was happening in the market today. So I'm going to show you the same on my live chat, and then I'll pass it over to Coach for additional remarks, and then we open it up for question and answer. So just give me 1 minute so I switch to my charts. All right, this is my chart. As you can see, I have drawn this vertical line to indicate the time that I marked the chart. And as you have seen, at this particular time, when I was marking it, the market was going up. This is in the 1 hour. The same is repeated again at that time, around 3 o'clock, in the 5 minutes, going up. And finally, the 1 minute again. And as you have seen more often than not, you see that the market came, of course, maybe you took your trade opportunities, then normally you'll start seeing the telltale signs if the market is beginning to turn. So you see the same, the 5 minutes starts to give you indication. After you've traded for a while, it starts giving you indication that it's about to turn. So you start seeing the reversal patterns. So you trade cautiously. And as you have seen, if you do not have, like, say, the benefit of seeing what happened in the market, then up until this moment, you see it's going up. But then now you start seeing the telltale signs. First, the candles start becoming shorter, almost forming a doji pattern, where the buyers and the sellers almost have equal strength in pulling each other. And you start seeing these wicks. The moment you start seeing that, those are signs that you need to start slowing down. Then you see the reversal patterns, and then eventually, as you see, it starts coming down again, back to the last resistance. It placed down a little, now it has bounced. At this moment, close to 9:15, it's going back up again. So once you understand how to look at the market structure on the 5 minute, it will always help you to place your trades in the 1 minute. And the pattern goes on and on and on and on, day in, day out. That's how you place your trades. So I want to stop here and then pass it over to Coach for additional input, and then we will open it up for question and answer. So thank you very much, Coach. You can proceed.
Okay, good evening. Good evening, traders. Welcome again. This particular class was actually requested by one of you. And I think, having talked to a few more people, the impression we got was actually that it was an eye-opener for many, because suddenly, every time you read Forex or you watch a video, you pick one new thing. And so when we decided to actually have this class, about a week and a half ago, suddenly there are many people who thought, oh, wait a minute, if we have that class again, it might actually shine some light on some of the things we are struggling with. So, having said that, I think for me, I'll just, again, do just a quick overview, but more importantly, to give you guys a chance to ask if there's anything, that you still need clarity on, okay? And that is the same thing we are talking about. So I'm going to share the charts again. So this is what Ken has just shared, okay? And when this happens like this, you can always change what I call the time. So this is 1 minute. And then, oh, by the way, I think I discovered how to add the timer. I call it a timer because in one of my other platforms, I have, oops, okay, I don't know what I just did. I think I must have got it there. Okay, I think, oh yeah, okay. All right. Okay, so this thing you're seeing here, I was testing something today earlier, but it gives me the pivot, and you don't have to worry about what a pivot is. But for lack of better word, a pivot is just like a turning point, the highest turning point for the day. Okay? So you don't have to use those indicators. But I was looking for a timer for indicating how much time you need or is still remaining on the candle. So if you look at each chart now, at the bottom here, there's something that looks like, well, it is a clock. So on the 1 minute, right here, on the 5 minutes, about the same spot, and then on the 1 hour, the same spot. That timer tells you how much more time you have remaining before the next candle forms. Okay. So if you look at the 1 minute, now we have 3 seconds before this next candle forms. Now the next candle is starting there. And as soon as it prints, you see you have 54 seconds, 53 seconds. And it counts down to the next formation of the candle. Okay. Now, for the 5 minutes, the same thing. Each candle has a timer. All right. This is useful, especially for scalping, because in scalping, you decide where the market is going, you decide what the structure will be like. And so in the 1 minute, you're actually deciding whether to enter or not. And I found this to be very, very helpful because sometimes the candle might look like it's reversing. But if you look at how much time is remaining, you find that the time remaining is, it's like, it's not even halfway. Okay, like now we have 4 seconds. Okay, if this thing was trying to reverse and you only had 4 seconds, it has consumed most of its time, which means that actually it will continue going. So you'll find that if you start using the timer, many times it will help you to avoid those entry errors. Okay, am I entering too soon? Am I entering too late, into the market or something like that? Yes, in scalping, we do have the benefit of statistics, where it is not it's not the best entry that matters, but on average, we actually, for those with a mathematics background, we do what is called a scatter plot. So if right now on the left-hand side where we are right now, if this was the best entry, okay, well, we may not get that best entry, but we have so many points around there that gives us the opportunity to enter the market. Let's see if I can. Okay, so you'll find that a scatter plot does not give you just 1 point, it gives several points. So in statistics, what it does do, then it gives you an average. And that's why we do scalping. Scalping only allows you to do very many trades. Okay? So as you can see, we've taken a lot of trades just around there. So if this market was going up, then eventually we have a take profit of 2. And the take profit of 2 might be precisely from the first trade we took. Let me see. The first trade we took, maybe it might be there. But because we have all these points up, down, average, and so on, so you find that around there we shall be taking a lot of profits. And that's why you find that whenever you do your trades using CTrader, when they're taking profit, you hear a lot of noise, okay? Because all these little points are taking profit. Now, that is as a result of the strategy. The strategy we are using allows us to not necessarily have a very accurate entry, okay? And then again, we don't have a specific accurate take profit point. So for that reason, if we take our trade from here, then its profit will be somewhere there. If we took our trade a little earlier, then it will take profit earlier. So that is the power of the scalping strategy. The power of the scalping strategy is the fact that we are able to take many points around a particular so-called best entry. Now, we don't always get the best entry. Hence, for us in scalping, we don't really care because we're taking so many trades around that point. Therefore, in our take profits, the same thing happens. We don't have a specific point for take profit. We have 2 pips from where we took our initial trade. So for that reason, you find that we have more wins than any other strategy, because many other strategies, a lot depends on the entry and take profit. Okay? So for us, the timings almost set the trigger for our entries. When we know that according to the highest time frame, which in this case the 1 hour, like if you look here now, the 1 hour time frame is going up. Okay, that green candle there. Okay, well actually it's consolidating, but for that instance, by instance I mean for that last candle, the current candle, we are on a buy. This one here, it is consolidating, but for this moment in time, the next 1 hour it will be going up, at least for the remaining 60 minus 28 minutes, or about 32 minutes, will be going up, which means it hasn't even made halfway. Okay, so that tells us that the 5 minute will see a lot of candles rallying up. And yes, if you look here, this is what is happening. Okay, so those candles are going up. If they're going up, it means that in the 1 minute there must be very many opportunities to go up. Okay, so as you can see, this one gives an opportunity to enter. That's an opportunity to enter. Okay, that's an opportunity to enter. Okay, so every time the market tries to go down, you go up. Tries to go down, you go up. Tries to go down, you go up, because you don't really care the exact take profit point. Okay, again here, the market started going down. Okay, and you are going up. So hopefully you've learned something from this today. Remember, we use the highest time frame to get our direction. So in this case, for the next, I don't know, 20, that's 26 minutes, so 60 minus 26 is about 34. Yeah. So for the next 34 minutes, this thing will still be trying to go up, all right? But I think now it's consolidating between these 2 points, there and there. So it's good to watch where it's going. Now, the fact that this is going up and it's not trending, it means that the 5 minutes will actually show a lot more. Okay, and this is what we see. And then for the 5 minute or 1 minute, this is what we have. All right. So the only new thing today I've said is you can add the clock there, which can help you. How do you add the clock? If you go to Spotware CTrader, and then you just type timer, okay? Something will pop up. Let me see if I can even do it here. Something will pop up, and then it will give you the opportunity to pick. Let's see if I can do that. But why is it useful, or why is it helpful? So see what okay, so click on that. Okay. So if you go to not the platform, but actually if you just Google timer on CTrader, let me see if I can find an example. Oh, I forgot I'm not sharing. Okay, so I just clicked on timer on CTrader, and then you click on that either algo or property timer. So if you come down, oh wait, this one, this third one is actually the better one. Sorry. Countdown timer, display indicator. As you can see that on there, you click on it, okay? Then what does it do? It tells you countdown timer display, FZ logic. Well, it's actually called, that's the name of the programmer who did that. So as you can see, the timer is displayed up there, and or not this one, not down, but up there. So if you click on this download, what it will do, it will automatically download it onto your software, okay? Whether you are using the web version or the standalone version. And so it then gives you a timer there. Now, for initially, you might not see the value of the timer, but as you continue trading, you'll start finding it helping you to make decisions on when to enter or not. For example, where this thing is here, if this thing is supposed to be going down, and you find that out of maybe the 60 seconds, so it wasted the whole 1, 2, 3, all the way 20, 40, 15, and up to the 40th second Well, clearly, it is not going to reach all the way down here. So it's very unlikely that it's actually going down. Maybe it will consolidate up here and go up or something. But if it's a 1 minute chart and this is the last high and this is the last low, if it's already come down all the way up to there, in maybe 15, 20 seconds, chances are it will continue all the way to the end. So do some back testing yourself and use the timer to see how it can add value to your trading plan. Okay? But the biggest value, the carry home or the take home point that we're trying to stress is when you use your 3 charts, remember the biggest chart is just to give you direction. All right? That one candle, there's a general direction, but then there's a specific candle, the last candle for the 1 hour, will tell you whether we are going up or down. All right? Then the 5 minute candle will give you the structure. If it is in a trend, chances are you'll see a lot of continuation patterns. Yeah, continuation patterns, which is things like the triangles, some breakouts in between. And then finally, on the 1 minute, once you know the direction, you look for the counter trend or for the retracement. When the market's retracing kind of opposite of the direction of the trend, then you enter. So this continuously will make it easier for you to not trade against the market, and you start seeing a lot of success with that. All right, now we will make it open for you. Okay, if you have any questions, then this is the time to ask, time to get clarification. The floor is open. Well, it seems like everybody seems to be happy. Everybody seems to be satisfied. Okay, parting shots. Trading is a marathon. It is not a sprint, which means that you continue learning. You continue becoming better and better and better and better and better. And the idea is you start from just learning how to trade to a point where you can trade using a demo. And when you've had some success with the demo, then now you are ready for live trading. Okay, and I'll say this, and I'll repeat again. It is very painful to try and trade live on a small account, where unfortunately a small account would be what? $500 considered a small account. Even $1,000 is still considered small, but I think 1,000 is manageable. And you have seen how we have been doing on the doubling the trade challenge. So ideally, even $1,000 account would take at least a month, about a month or two to double it. Again, if you're doing conservatively, just 1% daily. Okay? So if you're going to go and trade live, okay, to me, I would still insist, learn with a demo account. Make the mistakes in a demo account. Okay, learn how to scale up using a demo account. By scaling up, I mean, are you able to comfortably say, I can make 1% or 2% daily from my trading on a demo account? Okay. Don't cheat yourself. If you can't do it on a demo account, it's very unlikely you will do it in a live account. So the demo account gives you a chance to practice and make the mistakes you need to make. And then you adjust something on your strategy. Okay? Back and forth until you're comfortable. Once you're comfortable, you will know. You will know. Then you are ready to go with a live account. All right. Any last questions? Last thoughts? Okay. We shall call this a night, and you'll have the recording if you want to still review it. Okay. But more importantly, practice, practice, practice. And in the meantime, I am here, Ken is here, and we can help review your work. We can help review your trades. Don't be shy to share your trades with us. So that's the only way we learn. At least for you, you're lucky. You have people who can look at your trades now and can give you feedback on how you're doing. Okay? And for this, we're doing this here for free for you. There are many people who don't have the same opportunity. So I encourage you to take advantage. Bug us, send us your trade, your statements. Send us a statement in the morning. If you have time and you're trading in the morning and the afternoon, fine. Send your statement. Okay? We will look at it and we will give you feedback. If you find you're losing trades and you don't know why you're losing trades, send your statements and we shall review, give you feedback. And that is the only way to learn. All right? Then you go back and you fix your problems. You fix them. Then you try again until you get better. All right. I think, Ken, anything else?
No, coach, no additional thing. It's just that sometimes you might get distracted by a lot of news or analysis, but it is important to trade what you see. Trade what you see.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think I'll just
Yes.
want to urge them again. Our strategy is price action. You trade what you see.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think today I said something in the group. One of us was sharing some analysis. Please keep focused. Don't be like a lion who's chasing an antelope, and then suddenly you see a squirrel passing by, and you lose focus. You start following the little squirrel. Okay, keep focus. Otherwise, I try to side chat people whenever they put something that I feel is misleading or is not helping you. So I try to protect you, but I can only do so much. You also have to take the initiative and realize when somebody sends something that might not be helpful for your trading, don't copy it blindly. Okay. So otherwise, you guys are doing well, and I'm very, very sure very, very soon, some of you will even graduate to live trading. I see it. I've been seeing the statements, and some of you are actually technically are ready. Okay, but we just have to make this as easy as riding a bike. Then you can jump into live trades. All right, you guys have a good night, and we'll catch up tomorrow in the forum, or today later on. Okay, bye bye.
Bye. Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.